Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Today, we're looking at some of the cool new features and updates in Neon. But first, I'm going to shove it down your throat because you love it down your throat, don't you all? I finished this yesterday. This is my latest video. Utensils. Yeah, impending doom. Impending doom. Boom. So glad it's done. Finished. Can move on to the next thing, which will be tomorrow. Funnily enough. Hey, I hope everybody's doing well out there in internet land. That's internet land. That's a nice place, isn't it? Good old internet land. Whoa, there we go. Hey, if you're watching over on Facebook, welcome to you. You can always come over here and join us at YouTube at youtube.com/Jade Starr, or you can head over to twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS, or you can just load the website, howtoapponIOS.com, in your browser, and you can watch it there within the browser every single effing day. Or not. Hello, folks, in the chat. Let's pop over and say hello to you before we move on. Yes, 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 I like to count. What is going on? Hello, Sinfidel. I hope you are recovering. I hope everything is fine. I hope you are feeling better soon and the surgery went well. And I hope they haven't left any tools inside of you, because that would suck. Bizarre. Thomas Christ, hello to you. Audible Video, hello to you. Hello, Andy Goldsby. Hello to Paying to Get. Ching, ching. Hello to, I've lost my place, man. It always happens. Siphon, good to see you. It's always having good to see you, Si. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. Hello, Rush8889. Yeah, blagger. Hello to Mark Bro. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Already, Audible's putting chat in the text that's getting censored, and the moderators are having to uncensor it, because that's the kind of guy that he is. Living on the edge. Ed Zielinski, hello to you. I hope you're doing well too, my friend. I think I saw Joe Glenn. Joe Glenn. Look, it's Joe Glenn. And I'm sure Barry's not too far behind if he's not in the sheep dip. I still don't have a lamb effect. I'll get it sorted. Man, it's my favorite part of the show. Alex Forge, it is. These chats are like an iOS pub crawl, except there's no fucking booze. Where's the booze? We need the booze. We need the booze. Not me, actually. It's 7 a.m. I don't need any booze. That would be bad news. On fire today. Bear. What's going on, Bear? Just watch out for Brad Example. He might cut you up and put his brother inside you. Yeah. Fam, I hope you're doing well as well. Welly, well. I think I saw, did I say Ed Zielinski? Jenny, hello to you, Jenny. Just start singing a song that doesn't even exist. Jenny. Oh, Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. John David Lees, man. John David Lees is cutting it up, man, with music at the moment. He is really killing it with some really fantastic music. So if you haven't heard his music, fucking what are you doing? Get your ass over there and listen to his music, because it's fantabulous. Well, I sound like I'm at a Mardi Gras with that stuff. Fantabulous? What's going on? Man, what's going on? All right, let me just send out a chat to Joe Glenn while I've got you here in the chat. I don't know if you're up for this, Joe Glenn, but after tomorrow's show, if you're here, if you would like, after I finish the show, maybe we could jump on a Skype call and test out all the equipment for the interview, just to make sure everything's going well. What do you think? Let me know. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes after tomorrow's show, if you're around, we can do it. We can do a test. We can all get naked on cam. Yeah? Maybe not. What's going on? Who am I? Where am I? Alrighty, let's jump in and talk some iOS stuff, shall we? Because that's what this show is about, not me being a dickhead. I do dickhead so well. There's nothing really much to talk about in the sounds a great idea, no. What? Sounds a great idea, no. Sounds great, no. Fucking, what's that mean, Joe? Sounds great, no. Oh, goodness me. You meant about getting naked. Oh, God. Sorry. Oh, I wasn't being serious. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, enough. Look at Audible Video getting these comments censored again. The moderators have to undo them. So, frames. Nothing much has changed here. MIDI strummer. down from $7.99 to $5.99. Frames down from $14.99 to $9.99. So yeah. So there's not really much to talk about there. I know there's a new app that's come out today that I maybe won't get to cover till next week, but we'll talk about that next week, won't we? Because we're going to talk about today an app which I think, and I'm just going to say it, and you can tell me to fuck off if you don't believe me. I think anybody who's making music on iOS and using Audio Share should have this app. And I'm talking about Neon Audio Editor by 4Pockets. Why do I believe that? Well, it integrates it with 4Pockets really well. It integrates into GarageBand really well. It integrates into AUM really well to record projects you make in there. It integrates into absolutely everything really well. And it continues to get updates that do things that are really, really incredible. Right? Things that you will be blown away by today. And they're only little things. And I'm not going to be covering all of the things in the updates today for it, because that's up to you to play with. Audible, I'm going to say it. This is the app of the year. It absolutely is, unequivocally, without a shadow of a nun's doubt. This is it. I don't care what anybody says. So the price of it is $10.99. Yes, it's an investment. Yes, but it is absolutely worth it for even if for just a couple of the things that you may use. And I know one of them I'm going to show you today is something that I see people desperately wanting an app to do, and there just isn't one that does it great, and this does it. And I only discovered it last night and was like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. So let's jump in and start playing with it. This is so good. You can open it up as a standalone, right? So you can use it as a standalone app, and you can import files in, and you can mess with files in here. You can export files. You can do a whole lot of things, because up the top here, now you can go back and watch my previous video. And in the previous video, I've put a whole lot of timestamps in there so you can check out all the individual things I talked about back then. In this video, so you have this wonderful little section up the top here called the Media Bay. And when you click on it, what's so similar about it is it's kind of sort of like Audio Share, yeah? And it just works beautifully with Audio Share. Hey, Pete Johns, today I want you to hang around because you need to pay attention to this app, Pete Johns. This is something your audience needs to know about. It seriously is up there with Audio Share. It's a necessity. And what it does in GarageBand, time stretching and things, will blow you away. And being able to find, you ready for it, the BPM in any track that you want. What's the app? Pete, do you know how to use YouTube? Oh, God. If you don't, Pete, if you tempt me today, I'm going to play your swearing WAV. I'm done with it. Right, so here we are in here, and here's your media bay down the bottom. So you can see there's a whole bunch of tracks in here. You can import all your music in here as well, right? Now, if I touch around here and scroll up, I'll do it with my finger. Hopefully, yeah, my camera's working. So if I scroll up here, look at that. You can actually bring up all your media bay here and see all of the tracks that you've got inside of here. This is basically Audacity on your iPad, but better than Audacity, right? And you'll see when I do that, and if I swipe back down from the top, we'll show you that again. So just from here, I just swipe up, and now you get a full screen of all your audio. If I go back up to the top and swipe down, it disappears again, yeah? But if I swipe it back up and then pull down and then release, you'll notice there's now a search bar up the top. So I can actually search through my tracks in here. So if I type FMC, look at that. I didn't even hit enter. There's 2 FMC tracks in here. Wonderful. Fantastic search options. And the search options are so good. When you do a search, it searches through folders as well. So see in here, we've got in this folder, you've got slices. So if I jump out of that folder and type slice, it actually takes you straight to the folder, so you know files are in those particular files in there. The search functions in here are fantastic, really good. And you can import anything into here, FLAC files, MP3s, M4As, WAV files, you name it, you can import them into here. Now, we'll scroll back down. Now, you've got these 3 sections here. You've got the audio pool, as they say in Queensland. Go for a swim in the pool, which is pool. And you have exported files. So the difference between these 2 little sections here, yeah, if you import anything into the audio pool, it automatically transcodes that file, whatever it is, into a WAV file. So you need to remember that. But if you import a file into the exported files tab, you can import, as you can see here, I've got an MP3 in there and an M4A. But if I had have imported these this MP3 and M4A into the audio pool, it would have converted it instantly into a WAV. So how good's even that? Just by importing a track from your Files app like this, if I bring in to the side here my Files app and it's an MP3, I can instantly just drag it across into, so I can pick it up and drag it down here, and it will automatically just convert it to a WAV. So it's a converter as well, like an unintentional converter. Very, very fucking clever, yeah? I can't tell you how much I love this app. All right, so what I want to show you while we're in this media bay is now we're in this exported file section. You'll see we've got an MP3 here, right? Now, before even opening it up into and playing around with it, you've got these settings across the top, and there's quite a lot of here. So, and whenever you see one of these buttons anywhere along these menus with a little triangle in the top corner, that means if you hold down on that particular button, you're going to get a whole lot of other features. So for example, we've got delete, rename, so you can create folders, you can move things within folders, copy, you can share anywhere with your share sheet, you can even import movies in here and separate the audio, edit the audio, and then attach it back to a video within this app. Sorry, this app is fucking nuts. Right, here you've also got albums. So you can import anything from your Apple Music collection. Yes, you can import stuff from, even if you've just got Apple Music. How do you do it? You make sure you download the files to your iPad, and then when you click on albums, we'll just show you this now. So if I click on albums, it brings up my library. And you know, with a lot of these things, because of copyright and DRM and all that stuff, it doesn't allow you. But if you've actually downloaded the music onto your iPad or iPhone to listen, look at this. If I go click artists, I've actually got Pete John's album downloaded on my iPad. So if I click this, there's 2 of his albums here. I can go to Selfish Aware. I can pick For the Birds. And boom, there it is. And I can even rename it, extract the audio, and call it For the Birds. I'll just call it demo version. And hit import. And boom, there it is in my exported files as Pete Johns, whatever I want to name it, as an M4A, sitting right there. How groovy is that? Yeah? Fucking hell. What do you think, Peppy? You think that about everything. All right. So, but it gets even better. So you can import stuff from, as I said, a movie. You can import stuff from iTunes, from the Files app, from Audio Share. It's integrated straight into Audio Share. So if I click Audio Share and hit import or export, so you get this little function here, hit import. Look at this. It takes you straight to Audio Share, and you can choose a file and import it straight back in. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Important question. Will it run very large files and lots of fancy stuff on a regular iPad like iOS performance is key? Yeah, man. This is just an editor. So you can import any size file in here. You can import any audio file in here. So you can't import, this isn't a DAW, so you can't do multi-tracks or anything. This is just a basic wave editor. You can add effects to it. You can, I'm going to show you a whole lot more stuff you can do. Right, so let's concentrate back over, and to refresh here, if you hit the refresh, if you've added anything and it's not showing, that'll just refresh your files. So let me show you this. So I'm going to click on this MP3. So whenever you click on a file, it plays it immediately. We'll turn it down a bit. So that's your preview. Oh, why are we not playing Pete Johns' song? There we go. So you can just double click on it. That's it, double click, and you can preview it. So here's our FMC track, which is an MP3. Double click on it. So I know that's the song. You can rename it. So let's just click on rename. You get this little box pop up. You can change it to whatever you like. Cool. Typical kind of renaming function. Here's where it gets sexy. You ready? Are you ready? If I hold down, you can completely write the metadata in here on MP3s. Hit choose, and it'll take you to your Photos app. So you can add a photo to your MP3 and completely write. I'll just add a random FMC cover. There we go. I can do the song title in here, Human Centipede. We'll just call it that for now. Album title, what's it from? It's from blah. Artist name, FMC. Come on. There we go. FMC. Genre. You can put whatever the hell you want. We'll call it anal rock. Because that's what it is. Anal rock. Year, you can put in the year. And there you go. So that metadata is... Did I save it? Did I actually save it? It didn't save because I didn't hit save. Typical. I bumped the wrong button. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I can hit the album cover. We can do all that. We can put blah. Let's just do blah and blah and blah-de-blah. And then hit save up the top here. Done. Cool bananas. And then what do? Exactly, Andy. If you want to like send these to radio stations to get your music played, this is the kind of file you send to a radio station with all the metadata in it and artist artwork in it. You send these to radio stations. When they load them up to play them on the radio, they get a little representation on their computer. All the metadata pops up, the year, everything, and it works perfectly with their software. This is a must. Absolute must. And you can export this straight away. So yeah, you just go to your export. So you can export it to hit your share. You can send it to wherever you want, and all that metadata stays locked in, sealed in goodness. Yeah, metadata sexiness. All right. So that's just one thing there that is absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at a movie, shall we? So across here, you've got movies. So I'm going to just go to my audio pool here. We'll click on movie, and you can extract audio or attach audio. So I'm going to hit extract audio, takes you straight to your Photos app. Here's the video I did yesterday for the utensils video clip. You can press play and see the clip. Make sure it's the right clip, right? And it's not showing, obviously, and there's a reason for that. That is because of the way I have things set up here for the streaming. So don't ignore that. Actually, you can see it. And all you need to do is hit use. And look at this. It starts compressing the video, and then it will remove the audio, and you can import this, or it'll put the audio into the your session here. Just watch it do its magic, man. I mean, $10.99. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's an essential. And you can name it. See, it gives you the option to name it as well. So we can just call it utensils audio. Audio. And import. And now it's been put down here into our little thing down here. Our media bay. Where is it? Utensils audio. I can't find it. Where'd you go? I've probably skipped. There it is. Did I pass it? Maybe I need to refresh. Oh, it goes into, it goes into exported. There, it goes into your exported files. Sorry, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So now I can click on it twice, and there's the sound from the video. So now if I want to import it, here's where you import things into your tray. So you've got your load and save. So I'm just going to hit load, and there's the audio from the video. So now I can have a look at it, check it all out. Here's the cool thing. You can do some really amazing stuff in here. You can add effects to this. So I can, you've got up here this operations section, and you can insert space into it. You can normalize it. You can convert it to mono. You can apply effects. So look at all these effects you get. Tape delay, stereo reverb, graphic EQ, gain, harmony, stereo chorus, stereo phaser, vocal noise reduction, low pass, high pass, double track, D-click, pitch shift, generator. So you can generate sine waves with the generator. That's absolutely sick. You've got a compressor. You've got a stereo remix. And look what's down the bottom. This is new. External AUv3 plugin. Really? Let's click that. And it brings up this wonderful little section here. And if you go over to, so you've got to here preview, select AUv3, apply and close. So if we select AUv3, a little menu will now pop up with all our AUv3 plugins. Boom, motherfucker! You can exactly right. You can only use the AUv3 plugins. So I'm in standalone mode. You can do this in both modes. If you're using it as AUv3, I think so. Or is it? No, it's only in. I think it's only in standalone. Yeah, I can't remember. I do too many apps. Sorry. Oh. So I'm going to look for a black hole. Let's just throw black hole on because it's the thing to do. So there's black hole, right? So we grab a black hole and select it. And then we head over here to preview. So now when I hit play up the top here, let's turn down the effects. And when I hit play, so we've got no black hole. Yeah, hopefully he can make it for AUv3 as well. But, you know, standalone, this is awesome. So let's add some black hole. So we can stop that, and now to apply that effect, you just head over, where do you think? To apply. And it'll take a little bit of time. It'll do its thing. And we're done, and we can close out of there. And now when we hit play over here, it's baked in, my effer. Cool, yeah? And you can do that with all the effects that are in here. So you can choose any of the effects, and when you open up, say, like a stereo reverb, you get the 4 pockets effects, so reverb here. And the same principle applies. You hit preview to hear what it sounds like, and then you hit play to hear it, and then you hit apply to add the effect. You can't do it in real time and listen to it. You know, you can listen to it in real time, but you have to apply the effect afterwards. The other cool thing is you can take certain sections of the song. So if I just touch, say here, and drag, and I only want, say, this little part here to have an effect on it, now that that's selected, I can go into operation and I can choose an effect from within. I can choose double track, and it's only going to affect that particular section. Now if I hit apply, you see when I hit apply how all this section just here just doubled up and changed. So you can do some mad stuff, yeah? Get your mind going. Crazy. Paul's just absolutely grabbed this by the balls, kicked them so hard that they've come out of your mouth and then gone back down. That's how fantastic this app is. Absolutely wonderful. And you know what? You've got a whole bunch of undos if you need to do that. So if we hit undo, look at that, undo. We can take away all those black hole effects. You can just undo and go back to where you were. You want to see something fucking cool? Have you ever had a GarageBand thing going, a project going, and you imported a WAV file in there or an MP3, and it didn't match up with the tempo of your song? You wanted to know what the tempo was. And then you jumped onto the App Store and were like, there's got to be an app for that. And you've downloaded a shitload of free BPM meters that promise the world and tell you, we can tell you how your BPM is for your song. And then you fucking try it and it does nothing. It barely works. It's really unreliable. Then you might have paid like $5 to unlock one of these stupid free apps and it still does shit all. Check this out. You've got tempo up here, right? So if I click on the tempo, you're given like a tap tempo and your BPM and such. But if I go up here and hold on tempo, what am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. So if I go, I want to click on, and I think it is it, am I doing the right thing? Am I remember how to do this? I think you do. So you hold down on tap tempo. So now that we've got this open here, so we just tap on this once and see the tap tempo, how it's got a little triangle in the corner there as well. That means if you hold down on it, it does something else. So now I'm going to hold down on it and look at that. Tempo estimated at 112, and it just changed the tempo of this song to what it believes is the correct tempo. Fucking hell, that is cool. That, my friends, is absolutely cool McCool. And you can go and change that tempo back if you like. You can just change it. And look at it changing as I'm moving the tempo. Moving back to whatever I want the tempo of this to be, right? Pretty damn awesome sauce. Yeah? This app is freaking cool as shit. And I've tried this on a bunch of songs too. Like, let's just take this. Oh, before we do this, let's just bring up the media bay. Because I want to put this, let's go back in here. We'll go operation. We'll go apply effect. We'll do this external thing again. We'll select an AUv3. And I want to put this black hole back on just to show you this. Black hole. Yeah. Yeah, it was 112, Russ. It was done in 112. Absolutely. Like I did an FMC one before, 160. It's exactly what it was in. From the new EP, 160. Picked it beautifully. I'm blown away, man. Absolutely blown away. Now, of course, there are going to be times when it's going to be wrong. It all depends on the WAV file and how clear the drums are. You know, how able it is to pick up beats. You know, for a dance song, man, it's going to always be on the nail. Right, so we've added this here. I want to hit preview, and then we want to hit apply. So we're just going to apply this effect back here. So we've added black hole to this, right? So now we've got these black hole sound. Yeah? Now, I want to add this back to a video. Look at this. I can just go over here to movie, attach audio, and it'll, sorry, I've got to select it first. Fucking hell. So what I need to do is make sure it's selected. So what I need to do is save this. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. So we'll save this now. And we'll save this as what name it is, so it'll overwrite. There we go. So do I want to overwrite? Yes, please. And now we make sure we're selected in the audio pool here. There it is. And we'll just play it to make sure it's got the effect on it. Pretty sure it's got the effect on it. Just check. Does it? Or did I save it in the audio pool? I think I might have saved it in the audio pool. Or did I? I don't know. Where did I save it? Let's just save it as a new one. So let's try export it now. No audio selected. There it is. I'm way too excited today. Is it? There's the one there. Okay. Now, it's now in the audio pool here, so I did save it there. Utensils. Where has it gone, man? What was it actually called? Utensils, audio, video. Where has it gone? I can't find it. Oh, you know what? Here's what's cool. I have search. Utensils. Audio, video. There it is. So now it's selected. I should be able to pull this back down, and hopefully it's still selected. Is it still selected? I can't find it. Man, I'm not having a good day today. What's going on? Where has it gone? Why can't I find it? Utensils. Let me just do a search here. Utensils. There it is. Utensils, audio, video there. So we've selected it. And now if I hit movie and attach, now I can just go in and pick anything here. So I can pick any video I want and it'll attach. I'm not going to attach it back over my video because that would suck. Can I find a photo maybe? Can you do it to a photo? I don't know. But that's how you attach it back. All right. So it will bake in those effects. So if you have a look, it definitely should do. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but it does. All right. Let's jump into something else because we're 35 minutes in. There's so much more to do. Let's jump into some drums. Where are we? Drums. So we're in the audio pool here. I'm going to grab these drums. So we've got these drums. Oh yeah, all right. So that's right there too. That's probably what I'm doing wrong. But you got to give me a break, guys, because I've only been sitting here doing this for the last hour, learning all this shit. I had a busy day yesterday. Sorry about that. So, but you can do it. We'll try and cover it at the end. So we're just going to load these drums in here, and we'll clear this out. We'll hit new recording, and we'll hit stereo. And now we shall bring in. So I've got these drums here. We'll load these in. So this is just a simple beat. Ba, 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 ba. That's all it is there. Now, when you load this in, pretty much straight away, it syncs to your keyboard. Here we go here. And you can decide how to control this before we start getting into slicing and everything. So if you hold down, you get a new menu here. If you hold down on, there's a slice button. We'll go back to this screen. There's a slice button here. If you hold down on this, you get a whole bunch of options here. Yeah, so this is where all your launch controls are. And you can see right now, this is set to a root note of C3 on MIDI channel 1. And it's set to a one shot and to start immediately. So let's jump over back to the keyboard here. C3 is right here. Now, did you see that? Really cool. So if you see here, play direction forward, B2. So if I am playing this and hit, so because we're on C and I hit B, if I hold down the B key and then hit C, you can reverse. So you can actually control the reverse of it. Now you can set any key, so you can actually choose any key you like. There you go. So you've got this whole menu here of any key you'd like to control to be the number one key to begin triggering, because it changes when you're using slicing, but we'll get into that. All right. So we'll just jump back over into Le Slice, which is right. So that's just hitting the key once. Now, if I hit one shot, you get the option to gate. And if I hit gate now and show you in my second screen, when I hit C3 and let go, it stops. Pretty cool, yeah? And if I go into toggle, as long as I'm holding it down, it'll move. And then I let go, it'll keep going. And when I press it for the second time, it'll stop it. And again, by holding down B next to it, you can reverse. Pretty damn cool, yeah? Nice stuff. So that's basically that. You've got to let's do some slicing. Oh, so you've got a start section here. So you can actually, when you're in an AUv3, no problem, Mark. Enjoy your meal. When you're in an AUv3, so when you've got this running as an AUv3, you can change this to bar, and you can, when it's synced up to a host. Right, so it needs to be synced up to a host for the bar. Then you can actually control it by what bar you want it to actually come in. But immediate will always kick it off. So we've covered that. Let's have a look at adding extra things to this, right? Because when it first came out, this app, if I grabbed a file, just say I grabbed this FMC track and wanted to add it to this project. So we'll go back to the start. Just say I move this timeline and I wanted to put an FMC track in the middle here, and I grabbed this crusty cunt file and dragged it in, it would replace the entire song. I don't want that. I wanted to bring the FMC track, right? Now, Paul has added a way to actually do this, which is super cool. So if we head up to the menu up in the top corner, go into settings, and you'll notice a little setting here that says drag and drop mode replace. You click on that, and now drag and drop is set to drop in place. So now we can head down to the media bay, and I can grab this hammerhead drum track and drag this into the middle here. Why didn't that work? It worked earlier. What's going on? Fuck me dead. Oh, man. I love live. Oh, it did work. Look, it's put them in there. What am I saying? It didn't work. So now... that kind of worked. It was kind of in time. So thinking about that, right? Let's just hit a new recording here and clear this out. So we'll abandon changes to that. We'll hit a new stereo track. Think about this. You can now do the same thing importing files. So if we head up here and set our time signature, sorry, not our time signature, set our grid to like quarters or whatever. And so now when I touch along the top here, it'll actually, you can actually, it'll lock to grid, right? So we can set lock to grid on, pretty much. So now you can generate some silence, some space. I can insert some space here. Like, I could insert like 16 beats. And then I could drag, now this probably won't work because typical, see, it's not working. But it's the same principle with dragging files in and doing the same thing like that from your Files app. And same with the media bay, you can go in and drag this in and see how it's locking to the particular place because I've set the grid to a quarter. So I can put that in there and say I wanted to bring in, say if I go into these slices here and I grab this slice here and I just put that there, you can just add individual slices. How cool is that, yeah? So now when I play back, pretty sick, man. Right, and remember, then you can just save this out as a WAV file. You can build your own files in here, your own drum beats. Because I've got all these slices, so we can grab another slice here and just throw this in here. Boom. We can grab this number 8 slice, throw that in there. Go back to the start. Absolutely, it is stupidly flexible. It is so stupidly flexible. So let's abandon changes, create a brand new track. And to create a brand new track, you just head up to the top and new recording. All good. So another way to get to those launch options, which I showed you before with all the MIDI key shots, is in the options. You've got launch options up there, or you can just hold down on the slice button and the same options come up there. Good stuff. Now let's look at some slicing, shall we? Shall we look at some slicing? So once again, I'm going to bring this very boring track that I've been playing with today. And to jump through folders, very easy. So here's the folder. You just click on it and you go back. Click on it to get into a folder. Super cool. So we'll grab this hammerhead drum beat again and we'll just load that in. Oops, I've got to select it, don't I? That's the folder. Where's the hammerhead? There it is. So we'll load that in. Here's our drum beat. Let's do some slicing, shall we? So if we head over to the slice button and press this, you'll get a bunch of options down the bottom. And you've got 3 sections here: manual, threshold, and regions. Now you can use regions to just quickly select some slices. And look at this. Boom. It has instantly taken the information at hand and created some slices here. So if I click on each section, it highlights this slice. Now you can go in and edit these, but you need to click on the actual selection. And then once you've clicked on the selection, you'll notice the 1 is here. I can now drag this around and change the length of the selection. So if it accidentally goes into the next beat, you can change that. But then if I touch on the next section, I can change this from either front or end. So you can go in and mess with these slices. Another little section down here, while we're in, let's go back to regions here. So as you can see, I'm in this little regions section down the bottom. Take care, John David Leach. you can actually manually select regions down here, right? So if I hit 5, if I change this to 5, it's going to be out of time. You can see it's all out of time with the beat. Doesn't make sense. Clearly, if I click 8, because it's 4/4, let's just do 8, you'll see everything matches up. So now we've got all these sections that are all split up. Here's the fun bit. Wonderfully, it all syncs up. Now remember, in these sync options, these key options, C3 is our root note. So on the keyboard, now you ready for this? So if I hit the next key, you can just, all controlled by your MIDI keyboard. Sick stuff. Sick stuff. What's going on, Cam? Good to see you. And you can do it with the on-screen keyboard as well. Absolutely. How do you do that? You go up the top here, Russ, to the MIDI setup, and see how it's got, again, another little triangle in the top corner. Hold it down, and up pops your keyboard. Sick. Yeah? Really sick. Really love this app. I think it's absolutely fantastic. See you later, fam. Have a good day. So here are your slices. Now there are other ways to control slices. Let's get out of this keyboard setup. I don't want that keyboard. So you hold it down again and it disappears. Alrighty dokie. Hey, I've heard that band before. You also have a threshold section down here. So if I go to threshold, look what it does. It tries to judge by the threshold of the hits. And look what it's actually done. It's actually taken out these sections in here. So now if I run down the keyboard, check this out. It's crazy stuff. And now you can actually change the slices of this. Say I wanted to I wanted to change the timing of these slices. You have stretching abilities down here, right? You have stretching abilities. So if we, let me do it. I think we do it in regions. We do it in manual. So if we're in manual here and I click stretch, I can actually take, if I select this section here, and move this, it will begin to stretch these things. Look at that. You see how those waves are changing as I'm stretching them? So I can take this one. Get the fuck out of here, man. It is nuts. Can you play back a sample pitched on the keyboard? You can do that as well, Thomas. You can actually do that. Let's just skip this. We'll start a new one here. We'll come back to slicing for a second. We'll abandon changes. We'll hit a stereo. We'll go back to our media bay. We'll bring back in this this drum WAV. Drag it in. Oops. We'll just load that in. Watch this. So now that we've got this in here, we can actually go in here and hit, I think it's warp. I think we hold down warp. Right, now that I'm holding down warp, and if I hit chromatic, and I think that's right. Now I've got to remember how to do it. Okay, oh, see, I've lost how to do it. I can't remember how to do it. And then then I hold down warp? Yeah. So you go into warp, hold it down, and then hit chromatic, and then come out and then select warp. So make sure warp's selected. And now you'll notice And not only that, so when you're in here, you can actually, I don't think you can do that. So yeah, you have to select chromatic from there. So sold? Absolutely, man. So now we're back to just that single key. Let's go back into some slicing again. Let's hold down the slice, and we'll go to regions, and you can see now it's automatically done this. So we've just got 4 here. So what else can you do? You can actually save these to MIDI as well. See this? Slice MIDI copied. So then you can paste the MIDI in as well. So I'm not going to go, we're getting right to the end here. I just want to show you this too, because this is really cool. Export slices. If I hit export slices, it comes up with export slices. Would you like to export the slices? Now, what you need to be aware of, you need to have the actual file. All right, so this wave file that I've imported needs to be in your media bay. It needs to be saved in your media bay for you to save a slice. So if I close that down and now I hit export slices, I can call this whatever the fuck I want. We'll call it, let's just move this, we'll call it Hammerhead Slices, and hit save. And now a folder exists. Would you like to override it? Sure. And now it's saved these 4 slices into a folder. So now when I open up the media bay and find this folder, inside here are each of these WAV files. So now you can export these into something else. You can build up your own tracks by how I showed you before, like by selecting within settings, the drop in place, or and turning off the replace, doing the drop in place. You can export the folder into Audio Share. You can export this whole folder into Audio Share and then do what you want. Man, this is crazy. This is some really cray shit, yeah? And also, man, you can save sessions as well. So let's get out of this. Let's go back out of here. And there's, you've exported your, you've exported that. Now, how do I export sessions? I can't remember now. Man, there's too much, dude. There's too much. I can't remember how to export sessions. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Why can't I remember? My brain is mush. It's not the sampler. Right, I can talk about, I'll talk about the sampler quickly too. So if you go and have a look at Paul's video, because I'm running out of time, you can open this up as an AUv3. So open this up as a plugin in AUv3, and say you open like Digistix 2. You can actually open up Digistix 2, note down what the actual MIDI notes are in Digistix 2, and then open up this auto sampler. So what you would do is create a brand new recording like this, stereo recording. You'd open your auto sampler. So this would be a plugin in AUM with Digistix as the main instrument. And you can actually choose the start note here to listen for and hit monitor and then start recording, and it'll listen for each of those MIDI keys and find the sample that's on there and put them in here. So there you go. I covered ducking, I think, in the last video. So if you go back, have a look at that. This is just an update on stuff. Now, why can't I remember how to do? I know. I've got it now. I've got it. It's all come back to me. Man, there's too much stuff to remember. All right, so let's open up. Let's go back to here. We'll open up our Hammerhead wave load, and then we'll slice the fuck out of it, and we'll change the slices to 8. Right, so we've got 8 slices here. Then we go to the media bay. Now remember what I said. You need to have this wave file saved in your media bay before doing this. So now in sessions, if I click on sessions, I can save this. And it asks, what would you like to call the session? We'll just call it Hammerhead 120 sesh, and hit save. And now that session is locked in here. So if we jump out of this, hit new recording, And now if we go to our media bay, go to sessions and load this, there's our session. Sick. All right, we've covered an hour. People, this is an essential buy. There's so much more to unpack. I really will jump in and play a lot more with this, probably in another show, because this is still the beta I'm on, because I haven't updated, so I can make sure I'm on the latest what's going on. There's going to be plenty more things that are happening with this over the coming weeks, because Paul is just updating this like a mofo. The last thing I want to end with today is the thing that is just absolutely sensational. Right, so let's just jump over to web browser, and I want to talk to you about what LUFS are. What are LUFS? LUFS, loudness metering explained. LUFS are a new way to measure loudness in audio. This is what is used these days with Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, when you upload your music. LUFS. What are LUFS? Loudness units relative to full scale. And this is what people are using. And basically what happens, so YouTube has a bunch of LUFS settings which they want you to adhere to upload your music. So when they add their compression to the music, it stays at a nice loudness. Yeah. Spotify has their own. Apple Music has their own. And it's quite, on iOS, there aren't many ways to find out what your LUFS are. So understanding LUFS can be pretty difficult at first. They're different from the ways you're probably used to measuring your signals. Even so, new units are being used all over the audio world. It's important to know how they work. So it is important. Go and read about this stuff. You don't need to be an expert. Just get a basic understanding of what LUFS are. Do you need to do LUFS? Did Led Zeppelin? I don't think so. It's debatable, you know. But why use LUFS? You may not realize it, but most of your audio you hear in daily life is produced to sound great in the environment where you experience it. Movies, TV. So this is used to get the maximum sound without, distorting. That's what LUFS are for. So why am I telling you about this? Paul has included, and to find programs that allow you to use LUFS on iOS, there's one at the moment, which I have on here on my iPad, but it actually costs like $30 to buy within Neon. So let's just take a track. We'll start a fresh track here and we'll wrap up this show today. We'll hit new recording and we'll go to our media bay and let's just grab, I don't know if I've got anything that's not mastered. Let's just grab Pete John's No Apologies, yeah? So we'll load this No Apologies track in. Here it is. Hang on, what have I done? This can't be Pete's song. I was fucking with it earlier. Let's go in here and grab Pete John's No Apologies song. So you have to remember with LUFS, you want to make it a WAV file. So let's go in here. Let's grab one of Russ's new tracks. Now I promise Russ I won't play it. Is there anything else I can probably grab? Because I don't want to play your thing. Let's just grab an FMC song. We'll do that. So we'll grab Krusty Cunt, even though it's been mastered already. Right. So up the top corner here on this little neon button, if you click this, you've got these new little things here called Measure LUFS. And look at this. It tells you how many LUFS it is. The loudness measurements of this track is 11.28. And this is what you do. You go and there's plenty of places online, just do a Google search to find out which streaming service uses how many LUFS, yeah? Not only can you test the LUFS like checking the beats per minute, you can go in here, hit this little button up in the top corner, you can set your LUFS. Watch this. I want to make this 16 LUFS. Let's just do 16 LUFS just to show you. And hit set and off it goes, measuring loudness. And boom. There you go. I can go back here, set the LUFS again. We can go to 12, minus 12. Remember, these are minus. Hit set. Yeah, that's the place to go. Your loudness penalty website. Thank you, Si, for putting that in there. LUFS. So there we go. Now we've put it back to what it was. 12, 18 LUFS. Pretty cool, yeah? Amazing stuff. Very, very cool. There was one more thing I think I wanted to go out with before we end. And I think it was in the media bar. Now I can't think. Oh, man. I just saw what it was. All right, yeah. So here's the other thing. Here's the one last thing. If you close down your app and maybe you haven't saved it, because remember, when you've worked on something like this, you've got your save button here. So you can save this and override it or rename it, blah, and you can save that. If you forget to save, there is a wonderful little function that Paul has put in here within the here, save changes settings. So you can go in here, and I think it's in here, save on exit. So I have that saved. So if you haven't saved the file, it'll save on exit. And what you'll see here is, we'll just stretch this up. All these files here I have as unsaved. Unsaved 1. Unsaved 10. So a few times there's the same file in here. So it'll actually automatically save these for you, and then you can go through these and delete what you don't want. You can just remove them. So it's like a fail-safe just in case you accidentally delete anything, but this is really cool. If you've just forgotten that it's on and it's saving a whole bunch of shit that you don't want, if you hold down over here on the delete button, it comes up with tidy folder, remove temporary unsaved files, and it will just remove every single one of those ones that are named unsaved, all in one go. Really fantastic, man. Really fantastic. So here are your 3 media-based sections, your exported files, where you can import MP3s, M4As, FLAC files, whatever you damn well like. The audio pool imports WAV files only, so if you try to drag an MP3 or M4A, it'll convert it to a WAV file. Plus, you have sessions where you can save your session data from your slices. And remember, in your audio pool, you can save folders, create folders, and again, drag anything into a timeline here, and then just add slices into here. We can put slices. We can put files wherever the fuck we want. We can take another song, this Demented track. We can drag, put that in there. We can put this song, which is Russ's new song, Nights. You can do whatever the hell you like. And if you want to go back and have a look at the rest of the features, go and watch the previous video. It has timestamps all the way through it. Oh, and don't forget too, with the effects, you can add AUv3s in there as well. Pretty fucking ace. And I definitely haven't covered the half of it. There's so much more. So definitely it's worth the money. If you don't have it, you're mad. That's what I think anyway. And if you don't think, tell me to get fucked. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here today. I love you all. I love you all so very much. Thanks for being supporters of the channel. Thanks for being here each day and each evening and each afternoon, wherever you are in the world, supporting the channel. It's very much appreciated. If you haven't hit the like today, hit the like. It stops baby deer from dying. True. Anyway, as always, do the things that make you happy. Remember, mistakes make us better, and we all rise together. Tomorrow, we're kicking off a new video series, working on a new FMC song. And the day after that, I'm interviewing Joe and Barry Glenn. And also, just want to mention too, so every second day, I'll be continuing my Dacia videos, recording live. So not today, but tomorrow I'll be doing the extra late show doing Dacia. And just to wrap up, look what I got. The first official Dacia t-shirt. They will be available soon. Haven't they come up great? With the new album cover on it. Fan-fucking-tastic. So the new Dacia shirts are rocking. All right, guys. Have a great one, and I will see you tomorrow. You guys rock. See you later. Bye.
what the rock is cooking.